Hi everyone, welcome back to Ursus Live. I know it's been a long time since you guys have seen me. A lot has happened in the month of April. Let's just start. So, when I say April has been the most challenging month of my life, I think that's probably a true statement. In almost 46 years, April 2021 has been the most challenging. To start it out, I had high hopes for April. I had ordered my my new planners that I showed you guys in my last video, and I was ready to get started working on my novel. Just so many things to accomplish this month, and then on Easter Sunday morning, my father passed away unexpectedly in his sleep, and we found him in his home. And so that, I can't talk about that much, but devastating is the word. So then I get through that. I have to manage his affairs, handle his arrangements, and his service is on Monday, April 12th, and then I'm diagnosed with COVID. So apparently, between all of the traveling around, wearing a mask, making arrangements, meeting all the people, doing all the things that have to be done, I was tested positive for COVID. And so I've been quarantined, and I'm still quarantined. Anyway, so I am still in quarantine, which is extended, because my normal quarantine would have ended this past Tuesday when I had my last virtual meeting with my doctor online. And everything went well, but I had developed this cough. And she told me to keep an eye on it, to call her immediately if I saw any signs of infection. I said I will. The next day, I felt good. I went outside, did a couple of things, even went by my dad's house to check on it because I haven't been able to do much, right, over the last week and a half. So then that night I started running a fever. So, of course, it sets off all the alarm bells. We call the doctor back. So now I'm on a round of heavy antibiotics to ward off any potential infection. So they definitely don't want, I definitely don't want it either, but, pneumonia, bronchitis, those type of things. So there's definitely something that was going on, but I've got the medicine, taking that, a round of steroids. Y'all, it has just been one nonstop roller coaster ride that I did not want to be on. I did not sign up for this ride, and I don't like it. And so I'm ready to get off of this ride. But thank God I'm doing better. My voice is still hoarse, as you guys can tell, and try not to cough online on this video. So, of course, I've not been even thinking about the Eat Like a Bear program during this whole thing. Most of the first week, I didn't eat much at all, except for a little bit of soup. So I lost a lot of weight, got dehydrated. Oh, I left out a part. I had to go to the hospital and get an IV because I was so dehydrated. And then they gave me called monoclonal antibody therapy, which, thank God, that thing works, okay? So if any of you are diagnosed with COVID early and it's an option somewhere near you, please do it. my doctor was so adamant because I had no idea what it was. And she's the one who said, if you test positive, when I send you to be tested, this is what I want you to get. And it was only at a hospital in the county next to me, and then at another one that's like 2 hours away. Those are my only two options. And thank God the county next to me was only about half an hour away. And they got me in there immediately. So I was tested like on a Saturday morning, and I was in the hospital that afternoon and getting that treatment that evening. So what it does is it stops the virus from replicating in your cells. So I felt terrible. As my aunt used to say, she would say, I feel like I've been rode hard and put up wet. Talking about how horses, you're supposed to dry them down. And anyway, you put up a horse wet, it's bad. So she said she would feel like I've been rode hard and put up wet. That's how I felt the whole week. And I was barely dragging. Like I could not I'm talking about getting up, going to the bathroom, took all my energy. And this is before I knew I had COVID. So when I went that Saturday morning, whatever is in that stops that virus in its tracks from multiplying all over your body, it works. Because the very next day, I didn't have body aches, muscle aches, pains. I was still tired, but all of those flu symptoms, like the muscle aches, the pains, you know what it feels like when you have the flu and you just feel awful, like you've been run over by a truck. That's how I felt. And it made it go away. And the doctor said that the earlier you get it when you're diagnosed, the better it works, because, you know, the virus just continues to duplicate and spread. So I'm very thankful that she advocated for me, and her assistant advocated for me and got me in to get the treatment. And because the way I was feeling, I don't even know if I would be out of the bed by now, because it was awful. But thankfully, just with, you know, they didn't give me any special medications after that therapy. It was just basically treated like the flu. Fluids, rest, soup, rest. The hardest part was being quarantined in this room for days and days on end, and not being able to see my family and hug my children, and seeing my mom come to the window crying, dropping things off at the floor, on our porch, you know, at the front door. Other family members coming to talk to me through the window. I felt like the boy in the bubble. But it was just a lot to process, and especially coming on the heels of losing my father. And so my children were concerned, my husband was concerned, you know, my mother, my sister, and my 1,000 other family members. And so I'm just thankful, truly thankful that I've come out of this and I'm okay. And my plan was to start Eat Like a Bear this past Monday, to restart my journey this past Monday. However, I didn't anticipate the fever and the additional medications and a steroid and all this kind of stuff, which of course, you know, causes you to retain water, and the fluids they gave me. So I know I have a lot of water weight. I can even see it in my face some. I know it's not from food, because it's not like I've been eating, you know, I haven't been eating 3,000 to 5,000 calories a day. So I know it's not fat, right? So I'm not even concerned about that. I'm just thankful that I am alive and well and able to walk and talk. I feel good. Truly, I am thankful. And I will be back on my Eat Like a Bear journey starting Monday, which will be my birthday, by the way. I had high hopes and goals to reach on my birthday. So I don't think I'm gonna reach those goals. Like I said, I don't think it's fat. It's just due to the water weight. And I'm not aggressively trying to do anything right now. I can tell, but it's gonna take a little while to get back on my A game. But the thing that I can get on my A game with is back to my salads, my ridiculously big salad, 1 meal a day. and then start out just, mild exercising. Now, this is something else we've noticed. Sorry. The pollen, it's like I think I'm extra sensitive to pollen now because my mom came by last week and I actually opened the window because we were talking through the window and she had on a mask. And so I opened the window to talk to her, and we're surrounded by trees. And I'm telling you, I had a fit of coughing that day and the next day from the pollen. And I think when I felt good on Tuesday and the doctor gave me the A-OK, I went outside because people had sent me flowers for when my dad passed away. And they were potted plants, and I wanted to, they were dying because my husband didn't even notice them. So they were just like drying up, like the desert. So I went outside on the porch to get some fresh air, like they told me to. And I potted the new plants. And I actually wore a mask though. And then the next day, we went to my dad's house, and I picked up his truck because I wanted to use it to haul off a few things. And I also wanted to hear it, and I wanted to ride in my daddy's truck. Well, his truck doesn't have air, so we had the window down. But I wore a mask. But after that day, it was horrible. I started coughing. I couldn't breathe. Like, not like couldn't breathe, catch my breath, but it was just the constant coughing. And so now my husband has grounded me, and my mother. They both grounded me. I can't even go outside until this cough is gone. So, but I know it's coming from a place of love. I'm not upset. And both times I went outside in the pollen is when I had these problems. So I'm going to listen. I'm going to stay in. I have my follow-up appointment with my doctor tomorrow. And it'll be my next to last day of taking the antibiotics. But I have not been running a fever. My cough has gotten much better. What y'all are hearing is nothing. It was like coughing so hard, like my ribs hurt, my chest hurt, everything hurt. It felt like I had been beaten with like a rubber hose. That's how much I was coughing. So I'm doing so much better. So that follow-up is tomorrow. It's gonna go well. So I would appreciate anybody who, if you want to say a prayer for me, I would appreciate it. Still dealing with the whole grieving process because really didn't get to process much because it happened. I had to plan everything. I got sick. And now it's just like, okay, get your life back together. Let's pick up all these pieces and put it back together and get back on track. So I'm just believing God that May is going to be a much 1,000,000,000 times better month than April was. Like I said, my birthday's on Monday. I'll be 46. Thank you, Lord. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support on this channel. You guys just don't know how much it means to me to have people that actually care and watch. And so many of you said you've been inspired, and so hopefully you'll see from this was definitely a setback because this is like 3 weeks of April, from the 4th to the last day, almost the whole month of April. Just derailed in life. I'm not even talking about eat like a bear or weight loss, just life. But you know what? Life happens and we have to move forward. And so that's what I'm choosing to do, to move forward and to still pick up the pieces because I still have a lot of work to do. I still have big goals to reach, and I'm going to reach them. I will talk to y'all soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.